with the players that entire team, that offense, than Montana will have with those players on the Patriots that Brady had.
Hey,
That
Janelle, hold on, Janelle. Will you plug your ears real quick?
No, because I probably say worse shit than you do.
Okay. And if your aunt had a dick, it'd be your uncle. So it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, we don't know what one player would do in another time frame because there's no way to make that happen.
Right.
Oh, how not if you're saying Jerry was Jesus in cleats?
What's that?
I mean, everybody kind of says that.
Everybody says that. That's kind of a normal thing.
Even people from this era look at Jerry and go, "God,
Michael,
like
who was Brady's Jesus in cleats?"
Michael,
was Moss at the time. Moss in his
probably
prime, 23 touchdowns that 07 year. That was the best receiver he had throughout his whole career, minus Gronk. But he was a tight end.
Was this guy.
Yep.
But
Gronk probably had the greatest
over longevity. He doesn't have all those records with Randy Moss. He has them with Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronk probably has the greatest tight end season there ever was.
So you can kind of make that substitution of Joe had, the greatest wide receiver of all time. Tom Brady had, in some people's eyes, one of the greatest tight ends of all time at his disposal. So 1 for 1, it's kind of a match.
And don't forget the years he had Aaron Hernandez.
People don't want to talk about Aaron Hernandez, but yes, those years with the tight end system that they had. Yes,
there's no argument when it comes to receiver. What you just said, well, in some people's eyes, they'll say Gronk is the greatest receiver. In some people's eyes, there's not in some people's eyes that Jerry is the GOAT. In everyone's eyes, Jerry is one.
Mm-hmm. And in everybody's eyes, Gronk was the biggest mismatch of any player in the NFL. And they talk about that all the time, which is during his time period of playing with the Patriots, Gronk was one of the biggest safety nets for Tom Brady as well, which is why he came back to play with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. They are really good friends, and he is one of the biggest mismatches any linebacker or safety can ever try to guard.
So you're saying Jerry was the. Because
for that matter, I could say Jerry was one of the hardest players to cover, just like Gronkowski was. He was one of the biggest mismatches during his time.
Anybody who played Tecmo Bowl will agree with that.
Johnson was in
that ruled on Tecmo Bowl.
Y'all talk about semantics like it's friggin' the rule of everything, and it's not. Semantics are just another piece that goes along with football. You go to your mismatches, and one of the best people to do mismatches was Belichick. He still does it defensively. He takes away your best player. He is a good coach when it comes to mismatches, and he put Gronkowski in situations to win more so than damn near any other player. So what difference does it make if you've got a player that you know can win a one-on-one? That's what coaches scheme up for today. So that way it makes it impossible for you to guard them one-on-one. So what's your point? The fact of the matter is, hold on. You said your piece, I want to say mine. The fact of the matter is, when it comes right down to it, when it comes down to players, and when it comes down to mismatches, and it comes down to situational football, that's what this game is all about. So you can't tell me that Tom Brady won those 7 championships by himself. He did not. He won with the team around him. So when we're sitting here talking about this stuff, you could tell me about players all you want individually. The fact of the matter is, one of the best teams on paper was the 2015 Philadelphia Eagles. What'd they win? Nothing. So what's your point? Yes, both teams had great players that came in and out of their system. Ty Law was probably one of the best cornerbacks during that time. He's one of my favorite cornerbacks. And then you have a safety, I can't remember his damn name for nothing, Harrison, that used to play in San Diego, that wasn't worth a damn in San Diego, but was one of the best damn defensive players in the NFL when he went and teamed up with Coach Belichick.
But yes, you're right.
I don't.
Yeah,
he
Rodney
was
Harrison.
in those early on years.
Stay right
So
there.
the fact of the matter is, when we sit here and we talk about all this stuff, oh, will he be able to play in this time? Will he be able to play in that time? What difference does it make? The NFL is the ultimate and consummate team sport. Period.
No one's arguing that, Chris. No one's arguing.
But no, and I'm not saying anybody is. What I'm saying is that when we start looking at individual players and talking about their accolades, not one of them would sit there and say, yes, I did that. They would tell you, my team did that.
Of course. Of course. Of course. No one's arguing that either. Of course. I agree.
By the way, your son says hi, Chris.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm replying to him right
Your son
now.
of Krypton is saying hello.
I wasn't arguing that. I was comparing the people that the people that Montana threw to compared to the people that Brady threw to. That's what I was comparing.
And so that's what I'm saying. Comparatively, in your opinion, that's what makes Brady a notch above for you.
What's that?
More than one notch, but
well, I mean, but
I'm giving you a hard time.
Enough to put him above is what I mean. So that again, you just breaking down everybody's psyche of how they look into it, and that's completely fine. It just sounds like Chris is tired of having the argument, is what it sounds like.
I'm done with this argument. I've been done with this argument.
Talk about quarterbacks a little more.
Definitely can tell.
Then you can't argue Troy Aikman's a better quarterback than Tony Romo.
Oh,
Yeah, but Tony Romo would pull over
They
on
were different errors.
And damn about the errors. I was gonna say Troy Aikman is a better quarterback than Tony Romo. I don't need an error to tell me that.
Hey Nick, can you do a poll on the
Troy
Facebook page
Aikman.
about who the GOAT is? Who people think the GOAT is?
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, you trying to round up?
Probably already is.
Do a poll.
I'm going to tell you why, because most of the people that watch on this Facebook or on the YouTube or anything, they're 25 to 30. So I can tell you what the answer will be. It'll be
because they never saw. They would have to go to their parents to ask them who the hell Joe Montana even is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unfortunately for us,
he was amazing to watch.
He was.
I didn't hear you, Mama Blaze.
Oh, I was just going to say, unless you saw him play live, he was amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And smoking cigarettes on the corner, and his wife. I mean, they were all. He was just an amazing guy to watch.
It was a different type of talent for again. We can make the comparisons and everything all we want. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion on who's the best, but I haven't heard who Missile thinks is the best quarterback of all time. He's just been sitting here laughing at everybody's back and forth.
So I'm not gonna jump into that argument. I'm not giving you that.
Okay.
So
He gonna say Rich Gannon. We know.
I actually just watched that.
Smart man.
Be funny all you want to. I'm
out.
That fucking
I actually watched that. I actually watched that 80.
You want to know my opinion about Rich Gannon? He cost my Raiders a Super Bowl.
I actually watched the 89 Super Bowl not that long ago. 49ers.
So, question about and I'm peeling a scab off a wound, but could Brady take the hits back in the day? That would be the question.
Oh, no.
I don't. I'm going to say I don't know because I don't think he would have took him because
right. That's why we can't determine who's the GOAT, not the GOAT.
Yeah, but here's another argument.
I tried that, and that's
guys back then weren't dropping back 35 times a game like they do now either.
Yeah, they were running the ball a whole hell of a lot more than.
Yeah, it was handoff.
They weren't dropping back that many times because they were afraid to get their quarterbacks killed.
Exactly.
If you look it up, I challenge all you guys look it up right now. How long did Brady have the ball in his hands?
No more than about 3-4 seconds. What?
So
Shit. 4, like
But-
2.
So
With
what
that?
I'm saying is y'all saying like he could take a hit. The ball would have been out of his hands already.
No, but okay, so that just means he gets rid of the ball quick. Any quarterback can take a couple of steps and throw a slant route.
If we're talking about that, let's bring analytics into it.
Like
You talking
I don't know how
like that's where we're
him
going
get-
right now.
I need to fill this
Brady,
scab.
I will give Brady this. He was very good at directing his offensive line and what to do to protect himself. He was good at doing that, but so was Joe. Joe had to protect his own ass too. And again, Joe didn't have the headset. He didn't have the coaches in the skybox telling him what the fuck they're seeing from up there. He had to basically call and see and do what he was seeing in the moment on the field. So that's
He didn't have the iPads. He didn't have
difference in the whole thing.
You bring
Kind of comes in.
technology into
That's what I'm
it.
saying. Like I don't. The fact that he gets rid of the ball quick, that okay. If that's one of the basis of the argument,
But that's based my argument because they're saying that he couldn't take a hit.
well, if he were to take the hits that were given out during that time, as fragile as we know Tom Brady is, I don't think he could.
I said no already. He would not survive.
I think he would end up like Joe Theismann on the end of Lawrence Taylor, just leg broken off outside of the
How big was Montana again?
Montana was
6'2",
smaller than he
205.
was. He's 6'2".
Okay.
205.
What about Brady?
6'2", 205.
What about Brady?
6'4", 225.
Okay, so shut the hell up about that. He can take the hits. So shut up about that.
He can barely take. What we're saying is he can barely take the hits of what he was playing in now.
In this era, he
And
was
that was
comedy.
coming up to what they used to be able to do back in the
Straight
day.
comedy.
Honestly, bro,
This is what I'm talking about.
do you honestly think that Tom Brady would have been able to run down the sideline, which he has done before? Let's say if you think that Tom Brady, who has run down the sideline to try to get yardage and stuff like that before,
Funny.
would be able to take a hit from a guy named Ronnie Lott back in that time where he was headhunting dudes for sport just because he liked to. He has a permanent angry face if you look at
And
that.
a quarterback couldn't slide back down.
Joe Montana didn't have to go against Ronnie Lott.
I don't think. Say what?
Was that
I said Joe Montana didn't have to go against Ronnie Lott. That was his own damn
Joe
teammate.
Montana thanked all of the stars in the fucking world and every god that's ever been created that Ronnie Lott was on his team. There's no question about it. Ronnie Lott would have killed Tom Brady. It just that honestly, that's the fact of what it could.
By the way, the question was posed. Hold on, Josh. The question was posed. The question isn't could he take the hits? The question is could he take the hit and not cry about it?
That's all.
That's a no.
I just said that every time he got hit, he complained to the referees. So that's why he will never survive in that era. Because
you couldn't slide in that era. A quarterback, the minute he left the pocket was considered a running back. You could tee off on him just like you could at any point in time. You couldn't slide if you were running. You would get knocked the hell out, and there's quarterbacks that took hits and took concussions because they ran the football.
Oh my gosh. You guys are what do you do?
No. I mean, some of us, yes. Some of us, I would admittedly say yes, but I am not.
Comedy.
How many times did Ray Lewis knock the shit out of Tom Brady? I feel like I would see more of that film, but I have not seen it.
You haven't seen it because he hasn't.
Ray Lewis knocking the shit out of everybody else that Tom Brady was throwing to, but I don't remember a whole lot of film of Ray Lewis knocking the shit out of Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady,
you know what Tom Brady's greatest highlight of his career is?
I saw Mike also.
When last time Brady got lit up, he tore his ACL.
You know what Tom Brady?
Time he ever got lit up because the rules changed.
You know what Tom Brady's greatest one play of his career is?
What would that be?
Juking out Brian Urlacher.
That was the most athletic Tom Brady has ever been. That was peak Tom Brady right there. You can
Joey,
have Brian Urlacher.
Well, all I know is I saw Ray Lewis get ran over by Mike Allstott. That's what I do know.
Okay.
That's what I do
How big?
know.
Who was tackling that?
Who?
Mike Allstott. Who was tackling 1-on-1?
Who was tackling him 1-on-1?
Who?
Fuck, I don't know.
Not many people. That's for dang sure.
When I saw him, not very many.
Hey guys, I gotta get off. I gotta go do some things, but this was an amazing thing for everyone getting together. This is almost like a Christmas gift. So thank y'all for being on, and we'll definitely catch you on next Wednesday. Guys, y'all have a good night. Keep going on with it, and have a good night.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe to the YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got lots of cool
Thank you,
ones.
Blazes. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Now, for anybody else
All right,
that is
Dub,
watching,
be a
that
moderator.
wants to
My
come on,
God.
you have
No,
to.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Well, Mizzle has the board as I'm trying to host this thing. But again, for those that are watching, if you want to be a guest on this panel, as my grandmother used to say, closed mouth does not get fed. So you trying to get on this panel and say your 2 cents, open your mouth and say something. You guys have been commenting in the chat for all this time, and we appreciate that.
That's blowing up.
As we've been having a
Yes, I would like to thank Jeremy Dunn and Trey Robinson.
Yes,
Your son.
Impromptu football debate, which, yes, your son, the grandson of Krypton.
Just so everybody knows, he's not really my
dicked
son.
out of
But
mail real good. Ooh,
Really?
that's a joke that we've been running with ever since the other side of the ball went to the studio.
yes,
Real quickly, we do have Thursday Night Football. We do have the Browns taking on the East Rutherford Jets, not the New York Jets. The East Rutherford
New
Jets.
Jersey.
Yes, the New Jersey Jets. In the dog pound, I believe.
I'm taking the Browns.
Since me and Chris won't have our show on Saturday, me and Chris might as well do our picks that we normally would do for Saturday now, and just get that out the way, since we won't be on the show Saturday, since the studio's on vacation. But
right.
Well,
Is the Browns versus who?
what we've done since Chris,
Jets.
the Browns and the East Rutherford Jets.
Okay.
Jets.
By the way,
The
did
Browns
you see,
are -7. The Browns.
I was just going to say, did you see the injury report on the Browns?
No.
I swear it's half the friggin' team.
Is Nick
Is
Chubb
it a playoff spot already?
Say again.
Who's starting for the Jets?
Playoff spot already?
No, they're not.
I didn't hear you because somebody
as
said
far as
something
I know,
over there.
Who cares? That's true.
No,
What I'm asking is, did they clinch a playoff spot already?
I believe
the Browns
I
have
believe
not.
so.
No,
They're in the hunt.
the Browns have not. No.
So that
No,
my point
they
then
haven't.
does not go with my question then. I'm saying if they clinch a playoff spot, then that kind of makes sense.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
As long as Myles
So-
Garrett is one of those players playing, they'll be fine.
The only 2 teams that have clinched a playoff spot in the American Football Conference are the
Jets
Miami
beat
Dolphins
themselves
and the
up.
Baltimore Ravens.
What was your pick, Dub?
So
Dub?
So hold on. Before you pick, there's 21
dog
players
pound.
on the injury report for the Browns.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm looking at them right here.
What key names?
Oh shit!
Let's see. Amari Cooper,
Yeah.
Joe Flacco,
Yeah.
Jeremy Ford, Myles Garrett, Marquise Goodwin, Nick Harris, Dustin Hopkins, Kareem Hunt. Let's see, David Njoku. Let's see who else is Juan Thornhill, Cedric Tillman, Anthony Walker, Denzel Ward.
Give me the Jets.
are all on the injury list.
Give me the
Damn,
Jets.
that's the majority of their
Most of
starting
them are going to play.
right there.
If they play,
Now, most of these guys are
They're gonna
either
play.
full participants or limited participants in practice today. And
so
some of them are well. Hold on. Some of them are still holding designation of doubtful or questionable. Out is Dustin Hopkins. Out is I can't even pronounce this dude's name. He's a defensive end, and Anthony Walker, linebacker, is out.
Those are the ones for sure that are out.
They're saying are out. So you have
3
doubtful.
out of the 21 to 23 players are guaranteed out. The others we don't know just yet.
The other ones are doubtful and questionable.
But you said a lot of them practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are full participants in practice. Doesn't mean anything because Wednesday is still a walkthrough day. Doubtful is their punter, so that doesn't mean shit. He's the only one that's doubtful. Questionable is Juan Thornhill. Questionable is Marquise Goodwin. And the one that bothers me the most is Dustin Hopkins because his is a left hamstring. He's gone.
What's Cooper?
Cooper is his is actually he's good. He was not injured related. He's just resting. He's got a
What about
rest day.
Cooper's playing.
What about the corner, Denzel Ward?
Denzel Ward is full participant. They don't have a designation on him, so I think he should be good.
Okay, then they'll win.
Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett are still good.
Yeah, as long as Ladarius Smith, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and Amari
Cooper's the best weapon they have on offense, and he's pretty much good. He's just resting, so yeah.
Hey Dub, what are our records right now? I know I didn't have a good week last week.
I am tallying that up as we speak.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant the records of the teams.
You'll be shocked.
What's you go?
No, it's our records. It's our pick record for the season, and it's not for the full season because we started. I want to say week 8 or 9.
Do you guys know what your record was last week?
You crushed by me, so I wouldn't be shocked if you were already crushing them as well.
Do you know what your record was last week?
Fuck you.
I don't.
Hold on.
What did you say?
You said fuck you.
Oh, that's okay. My record is already it's fucking you, so you can go ahead and try to throw that at me if you want.
This is why he's the second. This is why he's the second greatest asshole in the world.
Yes, and if anybody wants to know who number 1 is, it's my dad.
Actually, no. He's probably saying it's me.
No, it's my dad.
So, who are you picking, Dub and Chris, for that first game for tomorrow?
Well, hold on. He's totaling up. Let him total up the win-loss so far that we have this season.
Gotcha.
We know who they're picking.
We're not doing the show on Saturday, so we're doing our picks now.
Gotcha.
So this is kind of awesome because you get the Mizzle and the Dub show and the other side of the ball all in one. This is tremendous.
Yeah,
no. This is the Mizzle and Dub show
talking
ish.
Oh,
ish.
shoot. Okay. Yeah. See, this is tremendous. You get 2 shows in one.
Yep.
Technically 3.
Oh, because we've got the All-Pro Joffos and we have been.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
Technically 3.
No, that would be 4.
No,
Yeah, because we got to throw on the other side of the ball.
Yep.
Okay, so I was right with
1.
damn it.
All you missing is Matt Ryan, Unc. That's all y'all missing. It's Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan and Corey Hammond.
Yep.
Oh man, I wish Corey was on the show right now.
Why?
Oh God, if
Corey would be.
God.
Corey, I love you. If you're watching,
If Corey was on the show right now, we would have just as we started to wind down about the debate, he would have started right back up.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Facts.
He would have immediately thrown gasoline back onto the fire.
Oh hell yes, hell yes. he and I are still arguing about LeBron James being. Well, I'm not even going to go into it because I'm not going to start another argument here.
No, you're not with
I
me.
ain't going into it.
Start it now. Finish it. I'm intrigued right now.
No. I want Dub to do his total, and I want to get our picks in because after that I'm going to bed.
He was going to say LeBron and Jordan.
Nope, that's not what we were talking about.
Said there's no
I ain't even. No, I'm not starting it up. Y'all motherfuckers just like to argue. I ain't starting it up.
I have no argument with basketball. Y'all can have it.
And I ain't starting it up.
I know.
Kobe Beans is the GOAT.
Dub's got like a half smile on his face, so I feel like he's liking what he's seeing.
Well, he had a little ways to go to catch up to me, so he might have caught me.
See, I knew it. Getting smashed in both.
I'm laughing. No, I'm laughing. No, I'm not. I'm laughing at y'all. You know what, Mizzle? Shut up. That gummit.
Hey, well, this is the time that I can get to disagree with you and talk much shit because we agree too much on our damn show. So you let me have this, damn it. Kitty.
Yeah, my daughter's acting up because she knows I'm on video.
Deuces back there. Deuces back to whatever. Oh, your daughter? Okay.
Yeah, my daughter's still awake because she's on winter break.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, my kids have all electronics and they're doing their own thing right now.
Well, she shouldn't be up, but you know what? She's on break. I ain't gonna give her a hard time.
No curfew when there's no.
No.
Enjoy.
And she just got her new laptop from. I won't say from Santa because that'd be a lie from us. So she
knows. That's what they She knows.
She knows.
Oh, she knows. Okay.
So she got it today, actually this evening. So she's on it right now.
Nice.
Should have sat from the North Pole.
Speaking of that, I was in church a couple of weeks ago, and this lady got to bear her testimony, and she told all the kids Santa Claus wasn't real. I said, "Gosh, damn it!"
Hold on. Let me answer the question since Joey just asked me. Give me the best NFL defense you've seen? The '85 Bears and the Baltimore Ravens, which was
2000.
Yeah, 2000 Ravens.
Oh, that was the 2000 Air Ravens that you said Brady played against, but they played off coverage, right?
Brady was a rookie that year, didn't play.
Exactly.
2000, but he said 2000.
Right.
Yeah.
He said 90s was the year they brought the rule back. But he said he said in the 2000s there was no rule about playing bump and run coverage.
I did not, but nice try.
Now he's trying to.
You said they took that away. They took away that in the 90s.
The what?
The bump and run 5 yards. You said they took away in the 90s.
No, the bump and run at 5 yards was put in place in '94.
Yeah, and 2000 was the after that, right?
What's your point?
So Brady could have played on against the 2000s. He played in the 2000s, the early 2000s against that same style. The 2000s Ravens
was not the same style. The bump and run, the 5 yard bump for a defensive back was implemented in '94. Brady started playing in 2000, so he was playing under that rule.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, and the 2000 Ravens defense was in the 2000s, right?
What made the Baltimore defense great is
the year
of
2000.
the fact that the rules that were put in place,
not the whole decade, just the
they
season.
shut everybody down regardless of what was put in place.
Exactly.
The rules that were put in place were meant to help the offense and said, fuck that, we don't care what rules you have in place that's going to help the offense. We're still going to shut them down better than anyone that you've ever seen.
And they did.
What made them impressive. That was that whole thing.
Ed Reed.
Now, 100%, they could have. I think
Ed
that
Reed
team.
was my favorite player.
Ray Lewis. that team could have definitely played like during the '85 Bears era. 100%.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
100%.
They were destroyers.
A body count bigger than anybody. Like it would have been.
They were friggin' destroyers and world beaters.
Ray Lewis would have had more like manslaughter charges against him than probably anybody else if he would have played in the 80s. It would have been ruthless.
I would have liked to see
hold on. Hold on.
Physicality to a game that was already starting to soften up a little bit.
Yep. But anyway, what were you going to say? Hold on. What were you going to say there, Dubsters?
Coming into week 17, Chris is coming in with a 54-36 record. But I am not too far. I'm 52-37. So you have a game and a half lead on me right now.
How do I get a game and a half on you?
Now.
That's what I was thinking.
How's that possible?
Because
I need a recount.
Because you lost with the Cowboys. You lost with the Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay. We both took the L with the Commanders. We both took the L with the Colts.
Okay.
You took the L with the Cowboys. I picked Miami. We both took the L with the Broncos, Chiefs, and Niners. But everything else we won. But because you had one more loss, that's why I caught up to you.
But how's it half a game?
You guys should have the same amount of games on the year.
Coming in.
I'm at a loss.
Coming into the week, he was. Coming into the week, you were 47. You were 47-30.
Okay.
I was 44-32.
Okay.
Again, we picked the Browns, won. We picked the Commanders, lost. Picked the Seahawks, won. Picked the Colts, lost. One with the Packers, one with the Lions, one with the Buccaneers, one with the Bears. You lost with the Cowboys. I won with the Dolphins. Both lost with the Broncos. Both lost with the Chiefs. Both won with the Eagles. Both lost with the Niners.
So my thing
anybody else following the half game there?
Listen, this is how we're confused. You have one more. You guessed one more game, I guess, than he did. That's where he got the game lead because. You said
he had 30 losses. He came in with a 47-30 record. So his losses,
which is how many games, right? That's 77 games.
7 losses this week.
No, listen. He was 40. He came into this past week, 47-30. That's 77 games, right? 47 plus 30, 77 total games.
That's his record.
Yes, and now how many games would you record coming in this week?
Living proof that we debate over everything.
It's fun, isn't it?
My record was 44. My record was 44 and 32.
I'm just giggling.
44 and 32, which is 44 and 32 is 76 games, right? So how does he have 77 and you have 76?
Because one of those games was already played.
So anyway, going back to what we were saying before,
because we did
Jets or Browns.
Because when we did the show, the Chargers and the Bills were already playing, and we did not pick the Steelers and the Bengals game. So there's two.
That's true.
There's 2 games we did not pick because those games already taken place before we went on the air with the show.
Because we do the show on Saturday, so Thursday's games we don't pick.
But how did you pick another game more than him? Is what I'm asking. Because you picked more games than him this year.
Yeah, no, I think I sent in a pick for when we're off, and anyway, nonetheless,
that's how the half a game got messed up.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I gotta beat them. I gotta beat them outright. So Jets or Browns?
Browns.
I'm taking the Browns. Dub, you said the Browns already, right?
Easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I did
Next game is the Lions and the Cowboys. Who you got?
Your Cowboys and the Lions.
Yes. Who you got? I believe Derek is going to this game.
On the Mizzle and Dub show, Mizzle and Dub show. I already said the Lions. I'm sticking with the Lions.
Okay, I'm being a homer and picking my Cowboys, so I don't care. Hold on though.
So
Mizzle.
You said Derek's going to this game in Dallas?
I said I think he's going. Mizzle.
Yes.
Who you got? Who you got in Jets and Browns?
Oh, I picked the Browns.
Okay. Who you got with the Cowboys and the Lions?
I'm taking the Lions as well, as I said on
okay.
Chris and Doug, before you guys move on, is this game more important for the Cowboys or Lions?
Hell, for both.
Really?
For both. For both.
They're both got the same record.
Both.
The record.
It's both.
Cowboys need it for their division first, and then they both kind of need it for seeding as well because the number one seed.
Yep. So it's important for both.
Yep.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Right now, the Lions are currently the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
So
the Cowboys need it the most to get back on track.
There'll be no.
Well, the game is important for both.
I mean, they're
of course they're important, but for the Cowboys, if they lose this game, they may fall off the fucking map. We don't know what the hell's going to happen to the Cowboys after that.
Well, they're still in the playoffs, but
they won't. They won't contend. They won't contend for the NFC East. So this is high for the division because, like I said, the Lions have already clinched the division. The Lions, at worst, will be either the 2 seed or the 3 seed, depending on where they finish.
Yes.
So right now, if the Lions win out, they'll be the number 2 seed unless the Niners just decide to just choke against the Commies and the Rams. So,
which K would
if the Lions win out, if the Niners win out,
Rabbit at the fucking helm.
The reason why I say the Cowboys is more important to them because if they play against a run-heavy team, they struggle. So big game to show that they can stop the run or at least contain the run, because Lions are a run-heavy offense.
That is, you would be correct. However, the Cowboys proved against a run-heavy offense in Seattle that they can contain a run-heavy offense. It's funny, Seattle, who is a run-heavy offense, actually beat them with the pass.
Yep, true.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think it's a matter of
Cowboys DBs are a little overrated.
Yeah, they're either pick or touchdown.
Quarterback, though. Let's be real about that.
The what?
They're missing their best cornerback.
Yeah, but nobody's afraid to throw his way.
No, their best cornerback, Stephon Gilmore.
But they're still missing their best cornerback. I hear what you're saying.
Trayvon Diggs.
Yes.
Yeah, but nobody's afraid to throw to him.
What did you say?
Teams attack him.
All the time. That's why his numbers are where they're at. It's because they're constantly throwing his way. Trayvon
Diggs isn't even playing right now. What are you talking about?
What did he say?
That's the thing. How is he the best corner?
All I'm just saying is they missed their star cornerback. I wasn't
exactly. He was the best cornerback on their team, and he is not playing.
Look,
so how were they throwing against him?
I'm not trying to fight at all. I'm not. Who has the most interceptions on the Cowboys? What's that cornerback?
Bland.
No. Who has the most interceptions on the Cowboys? What, this year?
This year.
Bland.
That would be Bland.
How is he not one of the? How is he not the best DB on that team?
Because he's just like
he has an opportunity to get that right now. Their best DB is
Gilmore.
I'm not understanding what
DB is Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore is
the best whether or not Diggs is better than Stephon Gilmore.
Coming from a Patriot homer who he used to play for, so that's why he's saying that. Stephon Gilmore would have been the best on their team 6 years ago. He is no longer the best cornerback on the Cowboys. He's one of the safest cornerbacks on the Cowboys. If you want to look at the best cornerback on the Cowboys right now, if he was healthy, would be Trayvon Diggs. Period.
But he's not. I'm talking about right now.
I don't think it's Gilmore. I think it's the other guy who got the interceptions.
The other guy just gets interceptions. He's Trayvon Diggs 2.0. He either gets burned or he gets an interception.
Really gets burned or gets an interception? How many times has Trayvon Diggs been burned?
Let's be real.
You could count it on one hand.
His last healthy season, he gave up the most yards in the NFL.
He was targeted almost more than any other cornerback. He had more yards thrown against him than any other quarterback. The passer rating against him was better than any other cornerback. The only reason why he had the stats that he had is, again, eventually, hopefully, if you're good enough, hopefully you can't suck that bad to when people are throwing to your side that often.
How many does he
you
have?
don't come up with at least 5+ picks in a season.
How many does he have right now, though, Jay?
Who?
The DB, it's
Diggs?
Bland.
Bland? I know he's got 5.
He got 6 or 7.
I know he's got that. I don't know how much total he has. I know he has
But
the
picks
record
doesn't
with
mean
5
you're
pick
picks
sixes.
doesn't mean you're a good corner necessarily either.
I agree with you. I'm just putting out what yeah, he has these interceptions, he has the pick sixes, but again,
I'll tell you right now,
nobody's afraid to throw his way.
We had a corner a couple years ago by the name of J.C. Jackson. He was the same way. He had 9 interceptions, but then he would get burned for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Didn't you guys just trade to get him back?
For a bag of chips, basically.
But didn't you just trade to get him back?
I mean, it's not like they had anybody else, but yeah, that is pretty funny.
He's our number 2. Yeah. Well, now he's our number 1 because our rookie got hurt like the 3rd game, Christian Gonzalez.
Which, do you think he's a true number 1?
Who, Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a Sauce Gardner, just faster. I mean,
that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Tyreek Hill, the first time he played the dude, said he's already a top 5 corner in the league. And he's a rookie.
So anyway, can we get these picks in? LA versus New York.
Green Bay, New York?
LA and New York.
LA.
What's LA?
Or Rams.
The Rams.
Inglewood versus East Rutherford.
Correct.
It's the Tyrod Taylor show for the Giants. No Tommy DeVito.
I'll take the Rams.
Rams are pretty hot right now.
They're real hot right now.
Well, the Rams also are another team that need to win. Get the playoffs.
As much as this pains me, I'm picking Inglewood.
In the Rams.
You're
picking with your brain. That's why, Dub.
He's picking a team with no fans.
Chris, you said Rams?
It doesn't matter. They're playing in East Rutherford. Their fans wouldn't be there anyway. Yes, I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking Rams.
That might be ass whooping.
All right. Perhaps the game of the day and perhaps the battle for the AFC top seed. It is the Miami Dolphins.
Damn, you're skipping down, aren't
the Baltimore Ravens.
You're skipping down there. I was going in
they want.
I was going in order. Baltimore.
Winning, and none of that shit those teams are.
But this is why it's a sports show. We can do that shit.
So we can't talk about it? God damn.
No, it's a sports show. That's what
getting salty.
That's what we talk about.
Stop getting salty about this shit.
Yeah, it's
Stephen A. Smith is one of the top people on TV to talk about it.
Why people are getting triggered by this shit is hilarious to me. Y'all need to get tougher skin for real.
Joe, he's trolling. He's trolling.
He's got to be. If this ain't trolling, then oh my goodness gracious!
That's that play time for that.
What was out of y'all feelings for a second? Holy shit! We're talking about sports. Fuck. Let it happen.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, I'm going. I said Baltimore.
Will be the
Baltimore and Miami. I'm a ride Lamar Jackson.
Who did you take, Dub? Did you take Baltimore?
I did take the Ravens. Yes.
Miami and the Ravens.
That's a good question.
In Miami or in Baltimore?
It's in Baltimore.
In Baltimore? Oh,
They're
yeah, I'm taking
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
At
You know, Miami don't win on the road.
at the big crab cake.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore for sure.
All right, next up, the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh, damn!
at
Wait, hold on.
Soldier Field against the Bears.
Damn.
What?
Just real quick. Just looking at because we never talk about this. Injury list: Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill did not practice.
No
Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle's out.
He's just resting.
Already out.
Xavier
Jalen Waddle's
Howard
already out.
limited. Holy shit! There's a lot of people that did not practice on this team. Raheem Mosier did not practice.
Ooh.
Who's their other running back?
As long as A-Chain is
Devon
hurt.
A-Chain.
Yeah,
Jeff
he did not
Jr.
practice.
and
He didn't
A-Chain.
He didn't practice either.
He didn't practice either.
No,
And Jalen Waddle's already ruled out, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
did not practice.
High ankle sprain.
Yep.
Oh, Baltimore for
But he's
sure.
got a high
then.
ankle sprain.
This might be a route if all those guys are out.
Tua Tagovailoa
You're right, he could
limited
be.
in practice.
Oh.
What?
Limited.
So Baltimore for sure.
Are Dolphins
Yeah.
3?
Definitely.
What's the next game?
Falcons and somebody. I think it's Falcons.
What was the next game, Deb?
The Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears at home against the Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons.
To which the Bears are -3.
The Dirty
I was
Birds and
about to
the
say, I'm gonna
Bass.
go with the Bears.
Yeah, I think the Falcons need this one more for playoff implications, but I think the Bears
They
will
do,
win.
and that's why they're gonna fail.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that.
I think Taylor Heineke starting.
Like Deion Sanders always says, the Falcons.
So
Yes, he is. But
just
like
a
Deion
heads up.
Sanders always
Just a
says,
heads
the
up.
Falcons break my heart too much.
Just a heads
They
up.
get pulled-
Taylor Heineke was limited in practice.
Oh shit.
So was
Oh, here we go.
their starting linebacker Lorenzo Carter. Calais Campbell did not practice.
Fuck, he's like 80.
And yeah, but he's also their starting defensive end. So
Well, yeah, he probably
And-
practicing because he's 80.
this one does not say for rest. All of them, if they're resting them, they say it. This does not say for rest. He did not practice. And then the rest of them, the Bears, Cole Kmet did not practice. Mooney did not practice, and their starting center did not practice.
I'm taking the Falcons.
The Bears. I'm taking the Bears.
I'm going Bears.
Still Bears.
Bears.
They've done more with less. DJ Moore still playing. That's fine.
Yeah, I think I have to go with the better defense in this one. I'm going to go with the Bears. I think their defense is better than Atlanta's. Dub, who you going with? While you're sitting there giggling.
The Bears. I'm going with
Okay.
I'm going with the fighting Jim McMahon's.
All right, who's up next?
Jordan's beloved Patriots taking on the Orchard Park Bills. Jordan's beloved Patriots against the Orchard Park Bills.
Get your brooms out
in
for
Orchard
a sweep.
Park.
Get your brooms out for a sweep. No, I'm just playing. We need Marvin Harrison Jr.
That is that is. But is Zappy going to be your quarterback going into 24?
Nope. This is going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. We're going to sign like Kirk.
Is Bailey
We're
going to
going
be your starter going in? Nope.
No, we're going to sign Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. You
Either
guys
we're gonna-
have like
Who's going to be?
Either we're going to sign Kirk Cousins or we're going to draft
Who's gonna be
somebody.
your head-
We're either going to draft like Michael Penix
Who's gonna be-
or somebody like that.
dude, you guys are hurting, man. You guys have like one of the worst.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who's what?
Who's going to be your head coach if y'all get rid of the hoodie?
I agree already.
Who's gonna,
Josh McDaniel.
our new head coach is going to be a guy. Our next head coach, you know who our next head coach is going to be? He's going to leave his current place and
come. One to be taking over the throne for Belichick anyway. They are going to bring him back. Why?
Did you just say Tom Brady?
No, he's
nope.
Josh McDaniels.
I said Josh McDaniels.
Hell no.
Or not McDaniels. Mike. What's his name? Fucking Mike McDaniels. He's that bad.
It's Josh McDaniels.
There we go. Mike.
We would take Vrabel back before we get Josh McDaniels.
Oh, I doubt it.
But I think our next. You know who our next head coach is? It's going to be Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to get him out of his contract with Pittsburgh. Anyway, I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah, we're not sweeping Buffalo.
The laundry list of injured Patriot defenders is so friggin' long. I don't know who you guys are going to suit up at cornerback. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 cornerbacks on the injured list.
Yeah, it's like
y'all
that.
Playing with the replacement players.
Yeah, we got some guys I ain't never heard of until like last week. They've been playing.
Yeah, I mean Jalen Mills didn't practice. Sean Wade didn't practice.
Is Shane Falco playing?
Who? Shane Falco? Yes, he's still good.
Shane Falco.
Is that like a lacrosse player?
Footsteps?
The replacement.
No, that's
Footsteps.
No, that's Keanu Reeves' character.
I thought he was saying some lacrosse player or something.
But he is a lefty.
Chris Hogan.
Footsteps Falco.
Chris Hogan can play quarterback, yeah. No.
Corner.
Right, who's next? Who's next? Oh wait, Dub, who'd you take?
Panthers, Jaguars.
No. Hold on. Who did you pick?
I'm taking the Orchard Park Bills.
Oh, okay. Mizzle, who are you picking?
The Orchard Park Bills.
Orchard Park.
Okay. All right. So we're all agreed on that one. All right. Which one? What's the next one?
Panthers, Jaguars, and Duval Jaguars -6.5.
The worst team versus the worst team the last month.
Jaguars. Even though the Panthers are still playing a little bit.
Trevor Lawrence ain't playing.
No Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, CJ Beathard is playing.
Still taking the
Jags. They'll take the Jags though. There still should be a better team. Way better team.
As a 49ers fan, I have seen CJ Beathard. I am not. I have no.
We both have
whatsoever.
I am not impressed.
I'm about to say you've seen another guy that's starting this week too, in Nick Mullins.
Yeah, I've seen him too.
Good God! Here's another
QBs. Yeah,
another defensive team with triage like crazy. I mean, you got Tony Hill's out, J.C. Horn is out, Dante Jackson. All three did not practice today.
Gosh,
for their corners.
Yeah,
for Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yep. No. This is for the Pan. Oh yeah, you're right. It is the Panthers. Yep. For the
J.C. Horn, I'm like, yeah, that's Carolina.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn and Jackson.
My bad. But I'm looking at the. Yeah, I'm going with the Jags.
You need to look at the injury report for this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jags.
I was gonna say it's gonna come down to who has the better running game.
Travis Etienne or whoever Carolina got.
Miles Sanders,
yeah, and he's
so Travis Etienne.
And Chuba Hubbard.
Yep, and Hubbard's actually the better out of the two.
I mean, you could have mentioned the all you want. That wasn't going to change. Was?
Yeah, true. I'm still going with the Jags.
But, yeah.
Dub.
I'm going with the Jags on that one.
Dub, who you taking?
I am taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags.
I don't know what's up with Mizzle. He's blacked out. So
he'll pick
moving on. Okay. What's the next one?
The original Houston Oilers taking on the Houston Texans. Houston is -5.
You're so disrespectful.
What's Houston's -5?
I'm gonna say the Texans.
That's the spread. Houston's -5.
Well, I was joking because you said Houston earlier versus Houston.
Are the Titans
Texans.
really going to show up to NRG Stadium in the Oilers uniforms? Is that really happening?
That would be funny.
Oh, that would be
they're not.
friggin' hilarious.
No, they're not.
Oh, damn, that would have been
Even
fun.
though I would, even though if I was that coach, I would so. Even though if I but I would so do it though. I would so just add salt to the wounds, just wear the jerseys in Houston. I'd do it. Oh fuck yeah!
I think they said Stroud.
The original, especially the original house of pain across the street. Oh, I would do it. Yes.
Yeah, they said Stroud might come back.
Stroud's still out,
I believe.
Is he?
They've got him as limited in practice, so they're not saying
he's questionable. He is questionable.
Yeah, they said this.
Is he still with the No, but is he still with the concussion?
And even with that,
yeah. So still in concussion protocol, which means he's got to pass concussion protocol.
I got Mayo boy. I got Mayo boy in the Titans.
You think if he's a limited participation, you don't think by Friday he won't clear that?
It is a question mark because I think that I'm trying to remember the quarterback last week that traveled with his team and didn't pass concussion protocol in the morning, so he wasn't able to play. So there is that chance. It really depends. If he can't pass it during the week, like the other quarterback practiced as well, but if he can't pass it during the week, they give him until Sunday morning. If you can't pass it Sunday morning, you're out. Mm-hmm. So there's a chance that he, especially with them saying he's limited, it's a hard call. I don't know, but I'm going to go with the Texans need to win to stay in the playoff contention. So I'm going to go with the Texans.
Yeah, I got
Keenum has done a pretty damn good job as a solid backup for Houston so far. Is he starting? Is he's the backup that's playing for him right now, right?
Yes, I believe in the fight. He is starting. He is starting if CJ Stroud does not play.
Yeah, and he's not listed on the injury report, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I also to answer your question, Chris, I picked the Jags for the last game.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely going with the Texans in this one.
Same. Texans.
Next
sure.
Yeah, either or, whether they have CJ Stroud or Case
Next
Keenum,
up,
I think they win.
Yeah.
Next up, Mizzle's beloved Raiders off of that big win against Mizzle's beloved Raiders coming off that big win against the Chiefs in Arrowhead, taking on the Horseshoe at Lucas Oil. Colts -3.5.
I'm not going to lie to you. That was the coldest thing I've ever seen. He took that interception for a touchdown and took the football back away from a kid. I couldn't even get mad. I was laughing my ass off when it happened.
Get your facts right. Jack Jones came out and said the only reason why he took that ball away is because a grown-ass man tried to take the ball from that little kid. Now, he still could have gave the ball to the kid afterwards, but he took the ball away because a grown-ass man got in the way of that little kid and tried to take it from the little kid. Okay. So
I would have been fine with it either way, to be honest with you.
It was wrong. It was wrong. You know the reason why he took it back, because he was trying to give it to a kid, and the grown-ass man could not get out of his way to let a young man get that ball. But get your facts right before you talk about my team.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, either way it would have gone, I'm not mad at it.
Well, yeah, of course. But he part about that. He was not trying to be Scrooge.
He wasn't trying to be a dick. All right. I'll give that to him.
The best part about that play was a look back at why he did it.
I'm not going to go back and forth on this because I've already picked this game for my wife, and I picked the Raiders. I'm sticking with that pick.
Well, you already know who I'm picking. I know my defense is going to show up. I'm still skeptical about my offense, but the defense is going to show up and play balls out. So
yep. The only thing that worries me about your offense is that Josh Jacobs didn't practice again.
Yeah, he's probably out the rest of the year.
Yeah,
that scares me.
Yeah, but Zeus showed up though. Zeus played a damn good game. So I know my defense is going to show up. picking the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders.
The Raiders can still make it if they win out.
Yep. Just like a couple of years ago,
they
with
can still win the
Versace.
doggone. They can still win. They can win. No, they still have a chance to win the division. That is still up there
if
for
they
grabs.
win out. If they win out and
Wait,
Kansas City loses out,
Who are they playing one more time?
The Colts.
Oh shit.
And by the way, Josh, just so you know, betting line, just call it even because home team always gets 3 points, and that's exactly what they're giving the Colts.
Yep, 3-5.
Yeah.
What's the over under?
Probably 40.
The total
I'm thinking
is
35.
43 and a half.
Points, like I said.
Yikes.
I'm going Raiders.
And not to mention, Zach Moss and Michael Pittman Jr. are still questionable.
Yep.
This will be a low-scoring game.
Well, this is definitely not a pick with my head, but pick with my heart because I know I'd be disowned by family if I were to make a certain choice. So I'm definitely going with the Colts on this one. So
All right.
That's what I'm going with. Regardless of what you got out there, it's just not going to be done. I did it one time. I regretted it forever. It ain't going to happen again.
I like what Antonio Pierce is doing. I like the momentum he's getting with this team. I'm going with the Shield.
Yeah, they'll win the division, and somehow they don't hire
I am
him.
picking the Shield.
I think he job after beating the Chiefs. No matter what happens at the end of the year, he wins the job just by beating the Chiefs.
Water.
Because last time they did this was Rich Bisaccia or whatever, and then they didn't hire him.
No, you talking about beat the Chiefs or the last time that the
when the Raiders did this, they fired a coach in the season, and intern head coach was Rick Bisaccia. And then he did well, and then they didn't hire him. They didn't even interview him really.
No, he got interviewed. Mark Davis decided to go with the Patriot way.
You think they should keep Antonio Pierce?
They decided to go with Josh McDaniels' bonehead ass.
That's what I said, the Patriot way. I think they should. Honestly, you're still looking at what Antonio Pierce is doing with Josh McDaniels' staff, per se. They're still running his offense. They're still with the same coaching staff. Give Antonio Pierce a shot with his own staff, but keep Patrick Graham as the defensive coordinator. Go get your offensive coordinator. If it's a quarterback that you need to go find, because I don't think Aiden O'Connell said he's the best at being a backup, go get a vet or draft your quarterback. One of the two. But I believe AP and Champ Kelly should have a chance to run this franchise. Listen to
you got to
players.
get a GM too, don't you?
No, Champ Kelly. Let Champ Kelly.
No, Chip Kelly's GM.
Run it.
I don't know. Chip Kelly was GM.
Champ Kelly is interim GM right now, and he was interviewed.
No, Champ, not Chip.
Champ. I said Champ. I'm not saying Champ.
Okay.
Jordan heard it as Chip.
Yeah, I thought he said Chip Kelly, like the former coach. I was like, what?
No, Champ.
Oh, okay.
Champ Kelly.
Yeah. He was interviewed before Ziegler. So he has a rapport with Mark Davis already. All right, next game, Deb.
Next game, I really don't have to say it. I should say me and JP's beloved and goal taking on the Commies. They're giving the Niners minus 12.5 against the Commies.
Scary.
That's being generous.
That's scary.
Especially them coming off a loss.
That's scary.
They're going to come out of this game pissed the fuck off.
Not only a loss, kind of a loss they got dominated in.
Yep. It was a wake up. It was a humbling wake up call, is what that was.
Well,
we now
here's what I say about Monday night.
We outperformed them in offense. Like when you look at the stats, we outperformed them. What was the
Ravens?
I fucking turnover.
No. Turnovers.
Can't have that
And
shit.
the
You
Ravens
don't win
took
football
advantage
games
of
like
a
that.
short field because most.
Yep.
I agree, but I'm just saying most of their scoring came with a short field, and that's what good teams do. You take advantage of the field, but it's a come to Jesus game. Of course, I'm picking my team. I think Jacoby Brissett's going to get sacked a lot. And the fact that they just signed
They might need to
Sebastian
have
Joseph Day to their
their
squad.
2 more quarterbacks on hand. They might need to. It's gonna be it's gonna be like Coach Yost and Remember the Titans. He's gonna look at like run it the fuck
I
up,
don't like
leave
Snow
no doubt.
Donald.
I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night. That is what's going to happen. It is going to be an angry 49ers team. And Chase Young coming back against his former team, he's gonna kill these guys. Jacoby Brissett's in trouble. I hope he knows that.
Oh yeah, he's coming
I
back.
hope he knows he's in trouble.
He's
This is gonna
coming
be a
back
long
to
fucking day for him.
Landover.
Why are you guys talking about Kobe Brissett
The
starting?
worst grass field in the NFL.
Is he not playing? Who's playing?
Because he is. He got benched. I said Brissett
No,
got.
Sam Howell.
I said Brissett starting. Sam Howell got benched.
Really?
He got benched.
That's what I saw. I saw
Jacoby
Brissett
Brissett
was
is starting
starting.
for the Commanders.
I thought
Yeah, he's
Sam Howell
starting.
just got hurt or something.
Sam Howell got benched. No, he got
I know
benched.
he got benched. Wow.
Had it been Sam Howell, I still would have said the same thing. It was going to be a long day for whoever the quarterback is going to be.
Hey, is Aaron Banks your starting tackle or guard? Excuse me.
Aaron Banks for the Niners?
Aaron Banks is starting left guard. Yes. Yeah.
Left guard.
He's left guard.
He did not practice. Eric Armstead did not practice. Brown did not practice.
What did Trent Williams do?
Limited at practice.
It's good enough for me.
Well, it's interesting. Game status designations for Saturday's games are in. Game status for Sunday's games don't have to be in until tomorrow.
I still think he'll play.
Well, it's a growing, so hopefully. Those are like.
They had said that he avoided any major injuries, so he's just kind of.
Yeah, but the growing is like a hamstring. You know, it could start to feel better, and then you could pull that thing with no problem again.
Well,
so hopefully
it
he's
might
good.
Get out of hand quickly enough to where they'll just bench him and say, "Just take a break."
Yeah,
I would hope so. Yeah,
because they cannot afford to lose 2 straight, especially to the Commanders.
Well, if you get up,
no, they're not losing to the Commanders.
No. I've got Frisco bouncing back in a big way. Even if it's in Washington, it don't matter. The Commanders just don't have enough to do a damn thing.
I mean, they were getting beat by 27-7 by the Jets at one point last week.
Yeah, they gave away their 2 best defensive ends, and now they're looking for defense, which really cracks me up. You had it, and you let them go. Oh well.
I guess it's more about the future for them.
Well, the future ain't looking very bright.
Yeah. Well, it's a win-win for the 49ers because either they can sign Chase Young back and help them win the Super Bowl, or they lose him for a 3rd-round pick or whatever they gave up.
Yeah,
a compensatory 3rd-round pick.
Well, he more than likely is going to be a rental because you have to pay Brandon Ayuk. He's the next one in line to get a payday.
I think they're going to find a way to get him both.
You don't have to pay Ike. You can let Ike walk.
I'm gonna be honest, the 49ers have, in these last few years, if you got to say anything, they have been able to somehow, some way, have top 3, top 5 paid in multiple positions. Tight end, wide receiver, running back, soon to be quarterback with Brock Purdy, because as soon as the rookie contract's up, they're going to pay him fat. Especially making up being, getting paid what he's getting paid, being the last pick in the draft. They're going to find somehow, some way to acquire both.
Have they extended Bosa or Warner
They
yet?
already extended Bosa. They're good with him.
And Warner?
Okay,
Both
you guys
both
have
of them
one.
have been
You guys have
extended.
one.
They both have been
You
extended.
got one major. You have one major problem. Your available cap space for 2024, as it stands,
Which is
$1.3 million.
Cap space can be manipulated.
It can be manipulated, and you're 100%
The cap
correct.
is
But
also
like
gonna
he just
grow again
said,
next year.
this is based on that growth.
Yeah.
This is on overthecap.com. You guys for this year are
all right.
38 million, but next year you're only at 1.3 million.
Where's
Well-
Eric Armstead on his contract right now?
You also got the guy they drafted at safety. What's his name? Halafunga or whatever.
Hufanga. Yeah, but safeties are a hell of a lot cheaper than
Hufanga.
Oh yeah.
they should be. But
Yeah,
for
but
Eric
Hufanga's
Armstead,
still
where
under
is
his
he
rookie
on
deal.
his contract?
Yeah. But what's he, year 3 now?
Who, Hufanga?
Yeah.
Yeah, year 3.
So he gets
Year 2.
1 year left? Oh, he is year 2?
Three.
Year
he's
3?
year 2. So he was a rookie all
No,
pro?
No,
he said year
3.
3.
Okay, year 3.
So he has basically 1 year left on this contract because he wasn't a first round pick.
And Eric Armstead is on his next year is his last year of his deal.
They're trading Eric Armstead.
Yeah, Armstead doesn't.
That'll clear up cap space there.
No, they can't trade him.
What do you mean they can't trade him?
Your dead money cap hit will be 26 million.
With him
All
being
right,
at the
next
last
game,
year
Battle
his
of the
run, there
Birds.
wouldn't.
Hold on. What'd you say, Dub? And then I'll answer your question, Josh.
I was saying next game is. I was saying the next game is the Battle of Birds, Cardinals at Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Cardinals. I'm just kidding. Eagles.
Yeah,
and Josh, to answer your question, if they trade him, somebody would have to take the 17 million that he's owed.
They might
And
find somebody who will.
Well, but his age is going to be on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah.
Because he'll be 31.
They might try to draft Ayuk's replacement.
I would say that they're probably going to sign Ayuk before they sign Eric Armstead.
Oh no, they're not, that's why I say like Eric Armstead is probably gone.
Yeah, he can't be a cap casualty though.
But
if he's a cap casualty, it'll cost you guys 26 million. You have to find somebody who's willing to trade for him.
What's Kittle's contract look like?
Well, hold on. Let's go on. Let's go on with our next pick.
Okay.
Eagles.
All right.
Yeah, it's Eagles.
Easy.
Jordan, who did you ask about?
All right. Matchup.
George Kittle.
Implication.
Okay, gotcha. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Saints on the road in Tampa playing the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
All right. Next one up.
That's basically for that division.
Steelers on the road in Seattle against the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, you're pretty much right. This is for the NFC South.
Yep.
But next up is Steelers at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm not going up against Mike Tomlin. Wait, whoa. Who's the quarterback for the Steelers?
Mason Rudolph.
Shit.
Not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It ain't gonna happen, Mizzle.
Yes,
This is one of those times. This is one of those times you can go against him. I promise it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
think
promise
I'm
you.
going against Mike Tomlin. It might be Seattle on this one.
Geno Smith is back. He played last week.
What the hell, though? So I'm looking at this game, and okay, I just passed it. So Steelers have 6 players listed on the injury list, with 4 of them that did not practice, 2 with limited practice. The Seahawks, Jesus criminy, they've got almost as many on the injured list as the team that we talked about earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Well, the
9,
Browns?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 players
Yeah, so they're like
on
the
the
Browns.
injury list. However, they've got almost half of those players that did not practice at all today.
Have any of them been listed out?
No, because they don't have to list game status until tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
The only ones that needed game status today was Thursday night's game and any games on Saturday.
Okay. So was any full participant?
No, almost everybody on this list is either did not practice or limited in practice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Leonard Williams is the only one that was injured. They listed as an injury on here that was full participant. Everybody else is limited or out.
Mizzle, I think it's okay.
Are any of them key players like DK or anything?
Yeah, Bobby Wagner didn't practice.
Okay.
Jackson Smith and Njoba did not or limited in practice.
Doesn't that matter?
Jaron Reed, their starting defensive tackle, did not practice. Jason Peters did not practice. Abraham Lucas, limited. Tyler Lockett, limited. Noah Fant did not practice. Let's see. Mario Edwards, our starting defensive end, did not practice. Quadre Diggs, limited in practice. Frank Clark did not practice. Trey Brown was the other full participant. Brooks did not practice. Bradford, limited. And Jamal Adams, limited.
We know Dobbs picking the Steelers.
Mason Rudolph.
So you like
Jason or Geno Smith? Mason Rudolph.
Geno Smith was not listed. Just so you know.
I'm saying, who would I rather pick? Geno Smith or Mason Rudolph in this game? And
Geno Smith.
I'm going to be very honest, and I'm going to say I'm taking the Steelers after what the Steelers did to Cincinnati last week, which blew my mind. I didn't think they had a chance in hell to do that.
You know why? Because Cincinnati was playing a division team.
You know what? It doesn't matter to me. The fact of the matter is that the Steelers, the Steelers are doing what they normally do this time of year, find ways to win to get into the playoffs. So they need this win just as much as Seattle does. And even though it's in Seattle, I'm kind of leaning towards the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers. They're coming off a big win from last weekend.
the rule is on the Mizzle Dub show, never go against Tomlin. I'm not doing it again.
But you can this week.
Okay.
So you never pick against the
Niner
Steelers?
in me won't allow me to pick Seattle.
I know it was tough for me to think about it too, but just it's
every time I have done that, Tomlin has said, "Hold my beer and prove me wrong."
All right,
and he's done that to me a few times this season.
Still trailing me.
Next game.
So you're using
next game.
Reverse psychology then.
Sure. So next game, the Chargers and the Broncos.
At Broncos.
I'm not picking this fucking game.
Fuck.
I'm not picking this fucking game.
The Broncos basically said, "Hey, Russell Wilson, you're retiring."
I'm not about to pick this piece.
It's Jared Stidham versus Ethan Stick.
Well, in all honesty, no, I don't need either one of them to win because we've already. Fuck, I want to pick this fucking game.
Pick a tie.
Next.
Root for a
I'm
tie.
in the middle on this one.
I'm taking
I'm
Denver.
reluctantly picking Denver.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking god! Nobody.
I said Chargers.
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely picking
All
Denver.
right. Cincinnati
What?
Bengals at Arrowhead against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Come on, Bengals. You can do it.
Chiefs?
Knock out the
Oh,
Chiefs.
shit.
Let's knock the Chiefs out of the playoffs. Come on.
Mm.
Ooh.
Jamar Chase did not practice. Never a good thing.
Honestly, just to be fair, I think the Chiefs are going to be pissed off because they lost to the Raiders. Number one, so that's going to come in with a lot of aggression. So I think I just don't think Browning has enough to contend with Patrick Mahomes.
T.
So
Higgins is about to have the game of his life.
Who?
T. Higgins.
Yeah.
He's
He
about to
had
have
a
the
good game
game
last
of
week.
his life.
He's the only one that showed up last week.
He's going to need a game of his
He's
life
about
to
to be
beat
the
Kansas
only one to
City.
show up this week, but he's going to be the reason.
Going to need it if they want to beat him. That he's definitely going to need to show up because he's about the only weapon they have.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only weapon that the Chiefs have is Travis Kelce.
And he ain't even a weapon this year.
Well, too much Swift.
He got too much Swift on his
Since a
mind.
certain week came to fruition.
He got too much Swift on his mind.
I'm going with Kansas City.
Yeah,
I'm going with the fighting spirit of Folsom High.
I was about to say, I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Yeah, I tried that last week, and I think Kansas City has a better offense than the Steelers do.
I'm going with the real Sin City.
Oh no.
Jordan, here's a little hint for you. Be real careful with that since you're playing an A7, brother. Because I guarantee you, half the guys listening right now will remember you saying that.
No, I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, you might want to take it back.
Just as a joke.
Well, tell them you were kidding, because I can guarantee you somebody's going to light you up and look at you and say, "Welcome to the real Sin City."
No, like I said, I was just kidding, but for real, it was a joke.
Anyway,
I was kidding, but
And
for
the
real.
last game of the night. last game of the night. It is
Vikings versus the Fudge Packers.
Yes.
Packers. Ooh, that's another game
Mullins versus
for playoffs.
Jordan Love.
It's pretty much another playoff game.
Yeah, what we're not talking about is both teams are 7-8. So
yeah, but whoever loses is out.
The winner stands a better chance of going to the playoffs than the loser. So they're going to be fighting like crazy in this game.
Where are they playing?
Hey, whoever loses is out.
Vikings are the home team.
In Minnesota?
Yep.
Packers.
Yes. On Sunday night.
Yeah.
I picked the cheese.
The Cheeseheads. It's in Minnesota, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't
Correct.
really think that is Addison playing, or is he out again too?
Hold on, let me see if they show him as listed on the injury report.
They better play that running back that played.
He did not practice. He did not practice. Addison did not practice.
They better play that running back, Chandler or whatever.
No, cousin, it's still Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins? Yeah, I know.
Nick Mullins.
I'm going to go with the Packers.
What do you like, Chris?
Vikings should be back.
Right.
No, Cousins is out for the year.
Not by much, but the Packers will win.
The crazy thing is both the running backs for the Packers are listed as limited in practice.
Wait, The Jones and
Dylan
Dylan?
and
Dylan and Jones both limited in practice.
Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Yep.
Aaron Jones has been nursing injuries all year long, so I really have no doubt that he's actually going to play.
I think he's going to play too. And their third running back, Emmanuel Wilson, is on the injury list, but at least was a full participant in practice today.
I think they'll be all right. Run game.
So I missed. What's the one game that we were talking about that I didn't look at the injury list, which was the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Saints.
Yeah, that's a big one. Only so that's pretty much it.
The Saints.
Or like some people like to say, the Aints.
Well, Chris Olave limited in practice. Yeah, the Buccaneers had 2 did not practice, or 3, and none of them are, well, Shaquille Barrett is a big one. He did not practice. And Davis, their starting corner, did not practice. But outside of that, that's it.
Still the Buccaneers.
I'm going Bucks. I already said it, so.
I think it's still a pretty safe choice.
Did you go with Bucks, Dub?
The Bucks for Saints? Yeah. That he did.
So they both want Bucks.
Wait, that was the Monday night game?
No.
No. It's
a Monday night game.
Monday night game is the I think it was Green Bay and no, there is no Monday night game.
Yeah, Monday night originally was Detroit and whoever they're playing, but now it's not.
Yeah, so I think that it's Sunday night is the Vikings and the Packers Sunday night.
No more Monday night.
Sunday night is Vikings
already.
Sunday night is Vikings Panthers. Not because Monday is your beloved Fighting Beavos taking on Washington on New Year's Day.
Yeah, because don't forget, I was going to say that's New Year's Day, so no, NFL doesn't play New Year's Day.
Yeah, New Year's Day. Well, they did last year. Well, they did in 2023.
It's going to be a long Monday.
But yes, Monday will be.
Well, yeah, they played in 20. They played this year at the end of the 2022 season because New Year's Day was Sunday. And Jordan, you asked me about Kittle.
Yeah, George Kittle.
So he is signed through 2025.
Okay, so he has 2 years left then on his deal.
Yeah, but holy crap. I don't know if they're going to keep him.
What's his contract look like?
How they got this, I will never know. George Kittle was only signed for $1 million with a $3 million signing bonus through this year. Next year, his salary jumps to $13 million.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if they'll be able to afford Ayuk.
Well, here's the thing. George Kittle is very much okay with, especially going into his third contract, he's very much okay with taking a team-friendly deal. And he, at that point, he's not going to be expected to make top tight end money, especially at the age that he's going to be.
Well, $13 million is pretty high for a tight end.
13 million is pretty high, but the contract after that, which would basically whatever extension or it's going to be less than that, significantly less than that.
But the only way for them to do that, Josh, would be for him to sign a new contract with an extension. And I don't know that they're going to do that with him being 30 years old already.
I think they would. He's the type of guy, and they've expressed this, that they want him to be a lifer, and he wants to be a lifer too. That's what I'm saying. He's willing to take.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying, that he's willing to take less money. What I'm saying is, for him to do that and for them to do that contractually, they would have to sign him through roughly about 33, 34 years old for them to do that, because his existing contract, what they would have to do is one of two things for this to work. They would have to try to sign him and void the 2 years that he has existing on this contract, because he is showing that he is signed through 2025. So through NFL terms, the only way to do that is to extend the player and then move that money into the extended years. Because if not, they'd have to cut him and try to re-sign him.
I don't see why they wouldn't then. If that's
because it would be because it would be an $18 million cap hit.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't figure out
Because
some sort of way to make the cap work so that they can get.
No, I understand that, but what I think, and I go with Jordan on this, is that the hard part of this is, where are you going to steal Peter to pay Paul? If you're going to pay Ayuk, where are you going to steal the money? You guys have $1.3 million under the cap for next season. If you take an $18 million cap hit, now you have to work around $17 million.
Well,
as a cap as being over the
would
cap.
Only assume that we would trade him, right? That's when you take the cap hit.
Say again.
Trade him or get rid of him?
No. If you designate him as a June 1st cut, then you would take that $18 million cap hit.
Why would we cut him though?
Because you have to either cut him or you have to extend him. And if you extend him, the $13 and $14 million that he is due in 24 and 25 don't go away. They can prorate it over the life of the contract.
Why wouldn't they do that then?
Because you would also be looking at roughly, if let's say that they extend him, like we were saying, until he's 34, which isn't unheard of by any means.
Right.
But let's say they extend him till he's 34. That's only 2 more years. So are you going to say, okay, we're going to pay you in 26 and 27 $1 million each year, and we're going to prorate over the next 4 years. We're going to prorate your 27 that you're owed over 4 years. We're only going to pay you $1 million in 26 and 27, and prorate you down from 27. We'll do that over 4 years for you to make it a little bit better for us. You're still looking at almost, for 4 years, you're looking at roughly about $10 million. So you're gaining 7 on that deal.
Okay. So why is that like?
No, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
You'll take that, or
no. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I think that that's one way. But what I'm saying is, if you only have 1.3 million, now you just gained 7 million. So now you're at 8 million going into 2024. Is Ayuk going to take?
Getting rid of Eric Armstead would be a cap hit of what? Trading him, and let's assume they take on the full thing, or what would that cost them, or what would they gain from that?
What you don't know this either. What if they do somehow find a way to extend Chase Young?
But that's what I'm saying. They would have to get rid of Eric Armstead to do that.
For sure, they wouldn't be able to keep both.
They might like Chase Young too, because he's a little younger, so they might move on from Armstead and go with Young.
Yeah.
Well, the only problem that you run into with Armstead is that he's injury prone. Or I'm sorry, with Young. He's injury prone. So if he can stay healthy, then yes, it makes sense to sign him and get rid of Eric Armstead.
Christian McCaffrey was injury prone before he got to us, and he's been fine.
It's true, and being injury prone is one thing.
Especially the training facilities in Washington compared to what they are in Santa Clara, it's not even close. It's completely different. They take care of their bodies different. I don't think they really give a shit about the players out there in Washington. So that's a big thing to do with it. Why he's much happier here. He gets to play with an old teammate. He has better, nutrition.
But my question mark,
technology.
But my question mark is, why did he decline to sign with you guys when you made the offer?
Okay, come back.
Probably the offer wasn't big enough for what he was looking at so far.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you guys have we've already said you've cleared to get to $8 million in salary cap moving forward. So Chase Young is looking for a new deal. Brandon Ayuk is looking for a new deal. So if you get rid of Armstead and you re-sign Kittle, you're going to make $8 million in cap space that would be available to you. Now, hold on. Let me look at 2025 and just see where you guys are at.
Well, that'd be the year they have to extend Purdy too.
Yeah. So you'll have $25 million in 2025, but you've got to figure how much are you going to pay Purdy.
If he can find a way by that point to win a Super Bowl, you can believe it's unless he pulls a Brady and takes a super fucking team friendly deal.
But even now, a super team friendly deal is like $35 million.
I mean, so it's like the number is going to be huge regardless of, team friendly deal or not team friendly deal. He's going to be getting paid a whole hell of a lot of money. And when that happens, that's why they say the window at this point to kind of capitalize on it is right now, because in the next 3 or 4 years, these problems are going to become realities, and we're going to have to be making decisions on who we keep.
I think that's going to start with you guys next year.
Probably why
you're gonna have to
now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start making some real choices, because you can manipulate the salary cap. You've got to look at who you have coming up. And the other question mark that I have is Christian McCaffrey. When is his deal done?
Is his 2025 as well? Because they extended him too.
I'm looking at it right now.
When they traded,
I think he probably got 2 or 3 years left.
2027 is when he'll be a free agent. 2027.
Oh, okay.
2027? Oh, we're good. We don't even got to worry about that. We're good.
No, 2025 is when he'll be a free agent. I'm looking at it right now. He's 29 years old. His contract base salary is $12 million.
How they value running backs right now, I don't think they're going to need to worry about paying him a shit ton of money, especially at 31, 32.
This is going to be his last contract. They're not going to give him another.
Like the contract he has now is the biggest he's going to get.
Oh, he's not going to get another contract.
But Josh, you got to keep in mind your cap hit right now for Christian McCaffrey is $3 million.
Ooh.
Next year it goes up to 14.
How much salary would they save if they somehow let him go?
If they let him go, your dead cap hit would be $8 million this year, $6 million next year.
I don't like the dead cap part.
Well, how much money would they save?
Again, dead cap hit would be $8 million this year, $6 million next year.
So they would save $8 million?
No, they would save, because his cap hit next year is 14. So they would save basically $6 million.
Oh, okay.
I think you suck it up and take it.
Yeah, but I say I wouldn't save $6 million. If it's just $6 million, I wouldn't.
If it's just $6 million, I pay it and say fuck it.
Yeah.
So it's basically coming down to, would they prioritize taking somebody like Chase Young or taking Brandon Ayuk?
Okay,
and
but
giving the track record of how
hold on.
John Lynch keep the defense.
Hold on, you gotta keep one thing in
Brandon
mind.
Ayuk go.
But you got to keep one thing in mind when you're looking at these numbers. When I told you over the cap, your salary cap figure for next year is $1.3 million. That's everybody who's under contract next year.
Yeah.
So that $1.3 million, that $1.3 million that you have right now is everybody who's under contract, which means that's taking in consideration Christian McCaffrey. So if you got rid of Christian McCaffrey, you would free up $6 million. If you got rid of Eric Armstead, you'd free up another $7 million.
So that puts you at 15, basically. Around 15.
Yeah. You would have to start cutting people, and Brandon Ayuk, I guarantee you, is going to be looking for
probably 20.
He's going to be looking for what I would consider because he's considered wide receiver 2, but he thinks that he's wide receiver 1. So he's going to be looking for
bigger money.
Yep.
Yeah, probably 20 mil.
At minimum.
Yeah, I think you can look up. Look up his market value.
He'll ask somewhere around what Debo's making, or a little bit more than that.
Really, you think so?
Think so.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
I think he'll make the case that when it comes to 2 aspects of the game, route running and run blocking.
Here's the good news.
Got a bit of an edge on Deebo Samuel.
Here's the good news. He's signed through 2024.
Who are you?
Yep.
So we've got him. But the contract talks are going to start happening next year.
Yep.
So you got him through 2024. So you guys are good next year then with him.
The only problem is, again, he goes from $2 million in salary cap to 14.
Dang.
Yeah.
But even still, with all of that, it's still, $1 point something million that they have left over. They still have everybody under contract. Everybody's good. It's just we don't really have the luxury to look around for extra pieces unless we figure out a way to move money around, restructure contracts, however it is to be able to kind of get things done the way that they've been. Because again, they have top 5 contracts in 5-6 different positions, and they're still able to afford this team.
Well, here's another one.
Even with everything that's going on. So if everybody's still under contract by next year, and the numbers with everyone in contract is 1.3, I think they're okay with that. That's still a pretty solid squad. They don't have to look for much.
When's Trent Williams a free agent?
Okay, well, right now we know that Chase Young is gone next year. If that's the case, the last year of his contract has been voided at $17 million, so he's gone. Who did you ask about?
Trent Williams, the left tackle.
He's retiring after this contract. We won't really need to worry about that.
I was going to say he's getting older, so I knew he's probably up.
He's already talked about it, and he's battling some medical things and stuff like that right now, to where it's like, he's on borrowed time when it comes to his playing days. So it's kind of
Jesus Christ.
I believe he
might. I think after this year, he might have one more year left in him before he retires.
No. You want to keep him.
What
you want to keep him?
Well, what's with the contract there?
This year, he was getting paid $1.1 million.
That's it? Wow.
Next year, it jumps to 20.
Oh, he took a friendly cut.
The year after that, 22, and the year after that, 32.
Oh my gosh!
Damn.
How old is he going to be then?
Around a little bit longer than I thought then.
Wait, how old is he going to be? How old is he now? Like 30?
35.
He's 35 right now?
Yes, sir.
So he'll be almost 40 making $32 million?
38 making 32.
Damn. Yeah, you guys
retire before then.
You guys are going to have to probably get out of that contract.
If you cut him next year, it'll cost you $29 million in dead cap money.
What if he retires?
There's a retirement settlement that goes through. I don't know the percentage of the contract, but I believe your dead cap hit is amortized over the rest of the contract, which would still put you at $10 million, if not more, in dead cap money.
I mean, 10 million is a whole hell of a lot better.
I don't
than
think I've ever heard
20.
of that.
What's that?
10 million is
I
a
don't
whole
think-
hell of a lot better than 20.
Yeah.
I don't
No, Jordan,
I've
what'd you say?
ever heard of a tackle getting paid $32 million, especially when they're almost 40.
Well,
That'd be
you're as
crazy.
good as him. He deserves it.
That's
Yeah, but
and that's his,
I
by
thought
the
he's
way,
making that
that's
now.
He's the best left
that's his
tackle in the game.
that's his base salary.
It's nuts.
That's not including incentives or anything.
His cap hit for that last year is 37 million.
Ouch.
Holy shit.
What is it the year before that?
34.
Damn.
Going into next year, his cap hit is 31,000 or 31 million.
So basically, they're stuck. They're stuck with him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless
So
he
we
retires.
gotta hope for at least 2 more seasons out of him before he retires.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck. Okay.
No wonder your all's cap space is going to be so low. You're paying one guy $30 million.
Yeah, can you imagine paying your left tackle 32 million and your quarterback 40?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you're going to be paying a wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, 25.
Yeah, these are luxuries. I don't know how you guys are going to be able to afford. I mean, I get Christian McCaffrey, but good God, dude, next year his cap goes from 1 million to what did I say, 18?
14, I think you said.
Yeah.
14? Jesus.
What's the best case scenario for restructures?
Best case scenario for any restructure is you look at your cap and where you're at, what the cap hit is going to be in the following years, and then you give the players a bonus, which can be amortized over the life of their contract, the rest of their contract. But in McCaffrey's case, and I'll have to look again, I think if that's the case, I think he's under contract for next year and next year alone, which means you would have to extend him to get those cap relief.
Wow.
Which again, I don't think they'll have a problem doing.
At a 29-year-old going into a 30-year-old running back.
I still feel like they're gonna keep him around. There's a part of me that thinks they're just gonna keep him around.
What you're saying after the contract's up?
Yeah, they'll restructure, re-sign. However, they're gonna. He's not gonna make anywhere near what he's making now, but they're gonna re-sign him to some sort of deal to where they'll get to keep him for.
Well, we got to see too,
and he'll retire a 49er.
We got to see too next year. Does he slow down a little bit?
Okay, all right, but here's the problem. He's going to be. It's 11 million next year, 12 million in 2025.
Yeah.
So if you want to get him and you want to say, okay, we want to lower your cap hit, which is cap hit is 14 million next year and 14 million in 2025. If they want to lower the cap hit, they're going to have to extend him, and he's already signed through 2025. They're going to have to extend him to really get any kind of relief until he's 31.
Which I think they'll do.
As your starting running back?
Yeah.
How many 31-year-old running backs are in the NFL right now, would you say?
Very, very few, maybe 1 or 2 if I'm not mistaken.
I think Raheem Mostert's only one.
Yeah, but Raheem Mostert didn't play most of his career. He just started playing full time. Yeah. So that's not a good situation. I don't know that I could make a reasonable play to say why I would think that McCaffrey would be on my team as a 49er into 31.
Restructuring and re-signing and everything else like that, where would they, to be effective and kind of saving them money, where would they need to if the cap hit is going to be $14 million for 2024 and 2025, after that they would need to get if they're going to re-sign him, the cap hit's going to be less than 8, 7, which by then, if they're re-signing him they basically have him to the end of this contract. If they re-sign him to another contract, he's not going to be making them as much to where the cap hit's going to be 14 or anything around that number. It's going to be closer to 7 or 8, the amount of money that they're going to be paying him. Because by then they're not going to be paying him that much money if they re-sign.
Not if they they can't re-sign him. They'd have to restructure his deal, add years onto his contract to amortize that over those extra years, so that way they get cap relief.
But why can't they re-sign him? Why can't they just write it out to the end of the contract and then basically do a new deal at that point to where it's a little bit more team friendly?
You are in fact re-signing him by restructuring his deal and extending him 2 more years, because he's only signed through 2025. So what I'm saying is, because he's already signed, you're going to restructure his deal, take it through 2027, and give him bonus money that you amortize over those last 2 years of his contract. So that way he's in fact taking less money, but you're just giving him as a signing bonus right then and there. So that way you lessen his cap hits for 24 and 25. But the question mark is Christian McCaffrey going to be able to play until he's 31 years old as a running back, where running backs in this game start to lose it starting now?
But to say, actually, I think the last running back to play in his 30s that played for a while was Rank Gore.
I believe you're correct.
And I think that's kind of, I think 31 for somebody like Christian McCaffrey, I don't think it's necessarily as far-fetched as we may think. And I think by then...
Look, I think anybody has a chance for injury at any given moment.
Oh, of course. And I'm not ruling that out at all.
But the fact of the matter is, you guys are already paying him above and beyond at $14 million over the next 2 years. You're already paying him as practically, I think, the number 1 running back. So the only way to lower that cap hit, like I said, is to extend him those 2 years. But at $28 million, the only thing you can really do would be to take that at $28 million and amortize it over 4 years. That's truly all you can do.
So then that would make the cap hit down from 14 to what?
Well, it would make it go from 28 over 2 years to 28 over 4 years if he doesn't take any other monies.
So basically 7 a year on average.
So then why would that be a problem for them to take?
The question mark is, why wouldn't Christian McCaffrey do it? That's the better question. That's the better question. We're sitting here talking about it from a team standpoint, when really you have to look at it from both sides. You owe me, as a player right now, you owe me $28 million. If you cut me, your cap hit is going to be $15 million. So I can take the 14 next year, and then we can talk. So how much longer do you want to sign him through? Because that's truly his leverage.
I mean, I can't necessarily speak for the man and say, oh, yeah, he's going to do this or he's going to do that. Ideally, you would hope that he would, he likes the situation that he's in. He likes the team that he's in. He's back home where he was at when he was playing with Stanford and everything like that. Again, he's been very vocal on how happy he was, or happy he is in this situation, and how happy he was when he got the news that he was being brought to San Francisco. So
Every player is happy playing at home.
For him to want to be okay with taking that type of deal to help out.
Yeah, but you're also asking him to basically cut his salary in half.
Which I think, if he's thinking realistic about what the market truly is for running backs right now, I think there's probably a good chance that he will, because he's not going to get what he's looking for anywhere else because of the reasons like you just said. He's getting older and everything else like that. He's probably the best deal he's probably going to get is with this team. The best deal in a sense of not just money, but the product of his team that he's with. Because if he's going to be making more money, it's not going to be with no fucking contender. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
but a lot of these guys at the tail end of their careers and everything else like that are going to be ring chasing. He's already on a team.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. The question mark from the team is not even a question mark. It makes sense. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. The question mark is if Christian McCaffrey doesn't think he can go another 4 years because he's planning on retiring when he's 30. If he does take that deal, he won't see that money unless he finishes off the contract. Whereas if he plays it out the way it is right now, he will see that money because he's only got 2 years left on the contract. So you're going to a guy who made $1 million, already took it in the shorts for you guys, already gave you a hometown discount at $1 million for this year, and you're asking him to do it again to get paid that much less when these are his two pay years in 24 and 25.
So is that under the assumption that, like you said, does he think he's going to be able to go that long? Does that go under the assumption that at the end of this contract in 2025, we're looking at a possibility that he's not going to be in the league anymore, that he's going to retire?
It is a possibility.
We don't need to worry about a cap hit at that point or cap anything after that point.
No, you're
contract. He's retired.
You're 100% right. But you're only done with that in 2 years, and in that 2 years, that's $28 million. Again, we're thinking about the situation, or what we were talking about was a situation as far as what we thought. You guys, where can you steal money to pay some of your soon-to-be free agents? And it's one of those toss-ups with Christian McCaffrey. Is he going to stay? Brandon Ayuk would be another one. Can you guys afford them after the 2024 season?
Brandon Ayuk, I don't know, because like you said, he's probably more looked at as a wide receiver too. Yes, he's a good route runner and everything else like that, but he's more of an ideal wide receiver too. But he's going to be looking for wide receiver one money, and that's why he's probably not going to be re-signing with us. So I would love for them to be able to figure out somehow, some way to keep all the best players in the world. But realistically, that's not going to happen. And I mean, you looked at the cap for next year, it goes up. The year after that, it goes up. And the year after that, it goes up. So there's other things that they can kind of wiggle around and do. If it makes sense for the players and it makes sense for the team, I'm not saying it can't happen, but ideally in this situation, when you look at it, this is their window. This is their Super Bowl or bust window.
Correct. And just like the Rams for the last 5-6 years, they've been trying to gather all these players, and then eventually it's going to cost you. And you need to do a purge just to get under the salary cap to make sure that you are able to, because if you're over the salary cap, you cannot be part of the draft.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a concern because of the situation with cap money, and you guys only have, if you guys had like 58 million in dead cap, it would make sense for you to make some of the moves because you know that you're going to get that money back. But you guys don't. You have $6 million in dead cap space.
Yeah.
So it is a big, I hate to put it any other way, but a big ouch with the situation.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I mean, for a lot of teams, it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of teams that are, you know, I thought you guys would get some relief in 2025. You don't. You actually, 2025 is only 25 million. And then 2026, you guys are at, where did I just see you? 112 million. And you would think that that's a lot, but believe it or not, in 2025, the Panthers have 254 million.
Dub, is that Dub right here? Dub, are you right there?
Yeah, I think that was Dub. But I'm gonna get, man. I gotta get up at 5 tomorrow, so I'm gonna take my break.
I think I gotta get ready. It's already what, midnight? Yeah. Fuck.
Yep.
15. God damn, another 5.5 hour show. What are we doing with ourselves?
Beating ourselves up, man. Beating ourselves up. We enjoy sports too much.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, start talking about this crap, and we go all kinds of different directions. Dub probably is off, going, man, I'm done. Gotta go to work tomorrow.
I saw Dub dozing off a little bit back there, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
Appreciate y'all for having me on for this one.
You got it, Josh. Have a good one, man. We'll talk to you next time.
Fuck yeah, we'll talk to y'all next week.
All right, man. Thanks.
Well, as you can see, they all have gone to go to bed because, you know, some of us do have 9 to 5s. But for those that came through and commented and came into the chat to chat with us, we say thank you. We say we appreciate you. And of course, we thank you for all your support in helping this podcast grow since we went into studio back in May of this year. To everyone that came on to be a guest, to everyone that called in, to those that in their own way helped to be a part of this show called The Other Side of the Ball, we thank you. We appreciate you. And the sky's the limit, hopefully, for the show going into 2024 and beyond. But now, I myself am going to go to bed like the rest of the panel has gone. From all of us here at The Other Side of the Ball, we say thank you for your support. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your subscriptions. And thank you for contributing to this show and many other shows before. And we also say, you guys continue to be safe. Happy New Year. May your 2024 be as prosperous and more blessed than 2023. Again, from all of us on the other side of the ball, we say so long and good night for now. And as always, take care of yourself and each other. Ta-ta for now. And we'll see you on the other side of the ball.